Hi friends, welcome to Active Self-Protection Extra here today at C2 Tactical in Scottsdale again. I'm not ready to talk about all the fun on this gun, but last week for our Suck Less Saturday, we said to check your zero. This week, I want to talk about if you're into the suppressor game, how you want to check that the difference in the point of impact between your suppressed gun and your not suppressed gun.
You need a shot timer because that which gets measured gets worked on. The Range Tech Timer is the official timer of Active Self-Protection because it is versatile, reliable, feature-rich, and very economical. Check out all it can do at the link below.
Now, clearly, this is a baller setup, right? So this is my MP5, or it's an SP5, right? It's a semi-auto version. And I just put this B&T MP5 SD can on it, and I zeroed this dot. You saw that on the last one where we're talking about zeroing. I've seen this gun just a little bit, but today I want to look and see how much this changed my point of impact. So we're going to run the target out there, run some rounds through it, and see what we got. I have another one here too. I want to do this safely. Just FYI, we're out here on a private range. This wall over here is bulletproof. So we have my defensive carbine, and right now I've got a Gemtech 7.62 on a quick mount that I put on this one too. Can you tell I just got a couple of tax stamps back from ATF? And so I want to check the impact shift here. This gun is zeroed at 50 yards. And so I know what it's going to do at 25. It's usually going to shoot about 1.5 inches below exactly what it is. So I know exactly how my Magtech M193 shoots through that on the regular. So we're going to run and see if we get an impact shift with either one of these cans. And of course, the lesson here is anytime you change anything on your gun, check your point of impact, right? So if I change anything on my barrel, or and now I'm going to have something different on my barrel, you want to change and check and change and check, because when that impact shift happens, you are in business. So I'm just going to use the bench for this one, see how it does, put, a 5-shot group out there and just see if I get an impact shift. Because of course, hanging that suppressor out there, it weights the barrel a little bit different, and we don't get the, usually get a little increase in terms of our speed of the bullet coming out, so that can change where our point of impact is. I want to just see what it does in terms of this dot that I just zeroed on my MP5. Let's check it out. Same exact ammo as I was running before, Magtech 115 grain full metal jackets. All right, everything's good there. Slap that bad boy down. Now, let's just see here. Again, I just want to see what it's going to do. Okay, not super slow fire or anything. Just wanted to see, I'm kind of trying to keep it, in the black on a B8, 9-ring and in would be great. So that's fairly interesting. What you see right there is, again, I wasn't trying to keep it super low, but let's bring that in here. And what you can see here is, I'm aiming about here and I'm getting down. So actually my point of impact is low on this particular one. Let's run it out there again and see what it does just to verify that. So I'm aiming right here and I'm hitting, a good 4 inches down, which again happens, man. When you change the suppressor, it changes where your point of impact is. Let's try it again. See if we can get some consistency of that. No, that one was a little high. All right. So you notice I called the high one, right? I was just floating a little high when the shot broke. It was kind of floating around, right around the 10-9 ring line. Yeah, and again, you can see, man, I am definitely right there, maybe even a Scotia Bright drift there too, but I'm definitely a little bit low. I got 2 consistent groups there. So if I'm gonna run this gun suppressed, which I am, I am gonna probably wanna run that a few clicks up, and that's something to think about when you're zeroing your gun. let's run it with the 5.56 with the Gemtech on it, see what that does. Now this stuff that I'm running is the Magtech ball M193. This is great stuff. You actually saw in an earlier video, I talked about this, that this stuff patterns tremendously. Man, it's amazing how well this stuff patterns, better than the Spear Gold Dots that I bought for defensive use. So that's kind of interesting. Nice tight group. So I'm going to run this again at 25 yards. The gun is zeroed at 50. So I should expect what I would normally expect anyways is about actually what I saw out of the MP5, is I would expect this to be a little bit low because the gun is zeroed at 50 yards. So the bullet's still rising up to it. Let's see what it does when we put the suppressor on it. Actually, for funsies, why don't we shoot it without first? We're going to shoot it with the suppressor off, and then that way we can see what that 5-shot group looks like, and then bring it back, put the suppressor on, and see it shift. Okay. I wasn't trying for a 1-inch group or whatever. Just kind of trying to set it out there real quick and get one where we could see it on camera. Yeah, so actually I'm probably floating. I was floating kind of up in here, right here when I was going, trying to hit in that X. So that's about what I'm shooting. Let's see what it does when I end up using the suppressor. I personally have a rule. I don't like putting cans on and off the gun when it's loaded, so I just unload it, make sure that, try real hard not to point the gun at my fingers of any kind. You get close, but you don't, there's no reason that you have to point the gun at yourself doing this. Okay. All right, let's give this a go. Bottom one this time. All right. All right, 5 quick shots. See how we're doing on that. Not quick, but you know, you get my point. Not running on a bench. I mean, I'm using the bench, but it's not sandbagged or anything like that. All right, other than the one flyer, actually, I'm really happy with that. That flyer I could have called it. Yeah, I just jerked a little bit to the left as it was going. I didn't call it out loud though. So you can see though, a nice tight group on that one, felt pretty good. I was kind of aiming, I was right here at the top of the X, aiming down just a little bit. So is there a big point of impact shift? This one maybe is more just me. I would actually say that there's minimal impact shift on this one. On my SD5 though, it does have pretty good impact shift. So my encouragement to you this week is, whether it's a suppressor, a different optic, new sights, you do something to the barrel or something like that, you know, you put a new barrel in your gun, something changes in your firearm, go re-zero it and go check and see what's going to go on. Because if I'm going to shoot this gun for home defense and I want it to be my home defense gun, and I'm going to shoot it with the suppressor on it, then I need to keep it with that suppressed piece. And that's your lesson for today. Hope it helped.